Do not watch this documentary unless you want to be severely pissed off. Greta Gambar's The Perfect Neighbor follows the story of a minor neighborhood dispute in Florida that escalated into deadly violence. Police body cam footage and investigative interviews expose the consequences of Florida's stand your ground laws. On June 2nd, 2023, in Ocala, Florida, AJ Owens was shot and killed by this woman, Susan Lorenz. Now, of course, the way Gambar really unpacks this story through the body cam footage on top of the interviews in between really immerses audience in a way that just was so much more impactful than telling the story in your typical documentary manner. Now, one of the crazy things to unpack is this woman consistently called the cops on Owens and Owens's kids and people in the neighborhood, obviously because of the color of their skin. All of this led to that night on June 2nd, where Susan said she was in fear of her life because Owens was going to knock on the door saying she was going to kill her after an incident with one of her children. Now, what I couldn't believe is she shot and killed Owens in cold blood. The cops arrived, they arrested her, but they let her go. And as you watch the police interrogate Susan, you're seeing a woman that had no remorse at all. When they start to unpack the stand your ground laws, you start to figure out that Susan was putting two and two together in order to get away with this murder. The lack of remorse by Susan really was just mind blowing because the only time that she ever showed any emotion at all was when they were getting ready to arrest her in the interrogation. Unlike most stories that we get, this one actually had a little bit of justice served, with Susan being convicted of manslaughter. Gambar not only does this impressive thing of highlighting the issues with the stand your ground law, highlighting this blatant racism from Susan, but also really uplifting Owens' story and Owens' family to give them something to remember her by. Again, this documentary is going to piss you off based on how the cops handled the situation, how they just let her go mere days after shooting and killing Owens. But to be honest with you, it is such a well made, well shot, and one of the best movies I've seen this year. You truly have to have the right headspace in order to watch this film, but honestly, it's essential viewing. The Perfect Neighbor releases on Netflix on October 17th. Please check it out.